Well, a 30-year-old Mission Viejo man, Julian Wendell, was arrested on a variety of charges after a physical altercation over the July 4th holiday weekend. Mono County Sheriff's Office reports that Sunday at approximately 8:35 a.m., the Mono County Sheriff's Dispatch Center received a call regarding a possible assault with a firearm that had occurred the previous night in the June Lake area. On July 4th at approximately 10 p.m., Julian Wendell of Mission Viejo, as well as a male and female, both of June Lake, were involved in an altercation at their campsite in the June Lake area. Wendell drove the male and the female to the campsite after spending some time in the town of June Lake. And during the drive to the campsite, Wendell, according to the Mono County Sheriff press release, was driving in an aggressive manner and was confronted by both the male and the female. When they arrived at the campsite, Wendell became aggressive and pushed the female as they both exited the vehicle, according to that press release. The male then met Wendell at the front of the vehicle, where the two began to argue and got into a physical altercation. Wendell, the press release says, then went to his trailer and brought out a handgun. He hit the male in the head with the butt of the handgun. That press release says Wendell then fired several shots into the air. The male and the female were able to leave the campsite, where the male was taken to Mammoth Hospital for treatment of his injuries. He was then released. The Mono County Sheriff's Office was called to investigate the incident. Mono County Sheriff's deputies, along with assistance from the California Highway Patrol, located Wendell Sunday morning, and he was arrested without incident. 3 firearms were recovered from his trailer. Julian Wendell, age 30, of Mission Viejo, was arrested for assault with a firearm on a person, willful infliction of corporal injury, discharging a firearm in grossly negligent manner, and drawing, exhibiting, or using a firearm. He was taken into custody at the Mono County Jail in Bridgeport. All charges for Wendell are pending with the Mono County District Attorney's Office. And the Mammoth Lakes Police Department has put out a press release that says Alan Kierkegaard is a suspect in the assault and carjacking of a 78-year-old woman outside of a Catholic church in Grass Valley. Now, prior to moving to the Grass Valley area, Kierkegaard was living in Mammoth Lakes. Now, while in Mammoth Lakes, MLPD officers contacted Kierkegaard several times. He was a transient living near Mammoth Creek and at St. Joseph's Catholic Church. Now, although there is no specific intelligence that Kierkegaard is back in our area or has plans to return, the press release notes oftentimes criminals will return to areas in which they feel comfortable. Now, these are the recent surveillance photos of Kierkegaard, as well as media photos representing the victim's vehicle and license plate, which Kierkegaard may still be driving. That vehicle is described as a 2013 Honda Accord, gray in color, with California license plate 6ZHX 462. And the press release from the Mammoth Lakes Police Department says, do not approach the suspect or the stolen vehicle. If you do see that vehicle or the suspect, you should call 911. Well, after years of planning and debating, a lot of folks will truly enjoy the ribbon cutting ceremony for the Eastern Sierra ATV Adventure Trails. Now, the ribbon cutting ceremony is set for Tuesday, July 14th at the Independence Courthouse lawn. There'll then be a short ride up Mazurka Canyon and then back to Independence Park for food and refreshments. The Eastern Sierra ATV Adventure Trails ribbon cutting ceremony, July 14th, 10 a.m. at the Independence Courthouse lawn. Well, would you like to help beautify the Mammoth Lakes Basin this weekend? Sierra Wave Media's Rob Gill filed this story.
Lake George is calling you to the second Summer of Stewardship Trail Days event of 2015. Please join Mammoth Mountaineering Supply and the Eastern Sierra Interpretive Association for a day of trail work on the Mammoth Lakes Trail System. These events are made possible by the town of Mammoth Lakes, the Inyo National Forest, and Mammoth's own Measure R. This coming Saturday, July 11th, meet at the Lake George parking lot for a free bagel breakfast thanks to Old New York Deli and an overview of the day's trail stewardship activities. Volunteers will be working on a variety of trail projects, including eliminating trail switchbacks, stone and wood stair maintenance, bear box tender love and care, and general trail cleanup around Lake George. All volunteers will get an introduction to trail maintenance skills from Friends of the Inyo staff, and those interested in being regular members of the Mammoth Lakes Trail System Stewardship team should show your happy faces and get trained up for future projects. We'll be meeting for lunch at 12:30 p.m. thanks to the incomparable Blue Handcrafted Foods, funded by a generous donation from Sunrise Rotary. All ages and abilities are welcome, and we love to see families and clubs join in the fun. Please arrive dressed for trail work, and don't worry if you can't make it quite at 8:30. We can check you in and send you off to a task in progress just about any time before 10:30 a.m. Visit mltpa.org or friendsoftheinyo.org for more information. See you at Lake George this Saturday morning at 8:30 a.m.
We've always loved Lake George. Thanks, Rob, and we'll be back with more from the Mammoth Lakes Chamber 4th of July Parade.